This art activity is inspired by the artist Lisa Baisley. Her artwork can be found on Instagram at basilpaints4ev. This project has 3 basic components: the grid format, letter font design, and drawing textures and images. First, let's talk about the grid format. We can see the grid format in billboards, book covers, and websites, just to name a few. Here, let me show you with this newspaper. Although the grid format is implied and we don't see it, I'm drawing out the lines so you can actually see the compartments where the text, the headlines, and the pictures go. Whether it's a newspaper, or a billboard, or a website, or a book cover, or any other graphic design, the grid format is used to find a way to place text and images throughout a page to make for a pleasing composition. The grid format is made up of only vertical and horizontal lines, and where these lines intersect, they create compartments. Some of them may be rectangles, some may be squares, some may be vertical rectangles or horizontal rectangles. A variety of squares and rectangles and compartments makes for a pleasing composition when drawing out your grid format. The next component of this project is letter font design. Try to choose letter styles that fit the characteristics or personality of your animal. The third and final component of this project is texture and drawing. Some of your compartments may have textures and drawings in them instead of letters, or maybe even both. So let's get started. First, we're going to create our grid format by using a straight edge and a pencil. Make sure that your lines are either vertical or horizontal. When these vertical and horizontal lines intersect, they'll create compartments. Some of the compartments might be square-shaped, some might be rectangular. Try to get a nice variety of compartments throughout your design. This will make for a stronger composition. Some compartments might be small, some might be large, some might be more vertical, and some might be more horizontal. Now that the grid format is finished, we're going to start filling in these compartments with different letters. Make sure that your lettering style fits the personality of your animal. For my animal poster, I chose the frog. The next thing you'll want to do in your sketchbook is write down some things that relate to your animal. For instance, I'm doing frog. I'm interested in its life cycle, its habitat, maybe the food it eats, and also different parts of the body of the frog as well, like the eye, maybe the ear, the webbed feet, and also the texture of the skin. Writing down a list of images will help you come up with things to draw for your poster. For instance, eggs, tadpoles, lily pads, cattails, worms, bugs, etc. I like the idea of the lily pads. I'm going to fill in this lower compartment with the image of lily pads in colored pencil. I also like the idea of eggs and tadpoles. I'm going to incorporate those images into my letter O. I like the pattern on a leopard frog skin for my letter F. The leopard frog pattern changes on its hind legs. It's more like stripes. I chose this pattern for my letter G. I drew a cartoony style frog foot for this compartment. For this compartment, I drew a frog's eye. All the way on the left-hand side, I wanted to make frog footprints and draw them in a way that they looked like a graphic design or a logo. Here is an ear of a bullfrog. I thought the G needed something in the background, so I drew some cattails and reeds. Finally, I used a graphite drop shadow on some of my boxes as a final touch to make it look more three-dimensional.